6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking about.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down, Melvin. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Mobley. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Quarterback, don't get
on third down, Melvin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone down with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 4-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Justin Rohrwasser.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
52. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 52 is the mic. Mike 5.
From the gun, Melvin. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
52. Watch 52.
Operating from the gun, Melvin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A run for Nick Chubb. Got some room at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, 84 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Right back to him on first down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Melvin. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jordan Elliott forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
20. Buccaneers, nothing.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Here,
From the gun, Melvin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Melvin. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he took the contact as he was was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
18-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got
and he can't escape, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Bucs on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 21.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Cleveland.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Browns 27. Buccaneers nothing. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now again, right side, Tatum. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Mac Wilson.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
27-yard line.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Wide receiver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A good pickup there at 22.
The 4-yard line.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Browns 27, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Hit by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
2-yard line.
Looking to throw. Melvin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
By the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A short kick taken to the 18. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive
rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Browns ball carrier.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
And goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tatum looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Coming in.
Operating from the gun. Melvin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Nick Chubb.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
20.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Number 24.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 20.
2nd and 15. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that what's going to go around the league and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now, Tatum. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Quarterback taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Melvin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 7. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. There he goes, right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
First and
a big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Bucs' 3-yard line.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Browns 41, Buccaneers 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result had he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Rohrwasser on for the field goal. A 47-yard.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Parker into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They run it again with Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,